Hey friends, welcome back to the channel with more Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood. This is episode 50, and last time we were able, or Hohenheim and Al were able to capture Pride, and so yeah, Al and Pride are just stuck in that place now with Pride just hitting his head over and over again with a stick. Meanwhile, they're gonna head to Central and deal with the Promised Day. Hopefully they'll be able to get some things done. I really doubt that Pride and Al are going to stay locked up, though, for the rest of the series. So we'll see how this all plays out. Anyway, guys, if you want to watch the full reaction, you can check out Patreon in the link in the description below. Otherwise, let's get started.
The only one we need alive is Mustang. Kill the rest.
No way. Yeah, there we go.
So that was a direct order to kill the Fuhrer's wife, then?
Yeah.
Has my husband, has our country betrayed him? Or is it, has my husband chosen to abandon me?
It doesn't even cross her mind that he betrayed his country.
You can be the one to tell our country that we were always on their side.
Oh, wow. Wow, manipulating her like that?
They're back up. Be glad that we're not from Briggs. This would be a kill shot. What?
They sent in a whole battalion. You sure are popular, Colonel.
I like to think so.
Ooh.
Why the hell aren't they dead yet? How many have we lost so far?
We have 59 men injured, 0 casualties.
0.
0.
He's not trying to hurt them. They're trying to kill them.
Damn it! Are you okay?
All of his explosions have been pretty tame.
They've got the hero of Ishval and the Hawk's Eye on their side. We should have corpses piling up high. Unless...
There's my answer! No doubt about it!
None of those injured were even critical.
They're mocking us.
They're sparing you.
I want their dead bodies stacked in front of me, and I want it done now!
Those people are just following orders. They don't know what's going on.
Colonel Mustang must have gone soft.
Obviously. He can't possibly think this will work.
If there's one thing softer than Mustang, it's the men under your command. You might as well send in children.
Excuse me?
How about this? Why don't you let me step in and take command of a battalion?
Have you forgotten why you're here, Armstrong? Your leadership skills have nothing to do with your presence in this office. You are being held here as a detainee and nothing more. Holding you here as our prisoner helps to ensure that the soldiers of Briggs won't take it upon themselves to stage a coup d'etat.
I don't.
You don't understand a single thing about the resolve of my troops. The only law the men of Briggs know is survival of the fittest. They know to abandon me if confronted with a crisis.
Wow.
Even if you were to murder me in cold blood, my troops would simply write me off for being too weak. They don't need me. Don't even begin to assume that you know the soldiers I've trained.
Colonel Mustang is engaged in combat in the industrial district.
Olivier's so cool. Oh, lens flare.
All right.
Oh my god!
Time to kiss this cellar.
I was like, what? WC? And
Let's tear the throats out of any spineless fool that tries to get in our way.
she's back there. The housewife.
Every single one of my men is capable of defeating a grizzly bear in combat. I
Wow.
wonder if your dolls are as strong as my men. What do you think?
Izumi could take them alone, probably. Mine now.
More troops? But how? That's impossible. What's their head count?
We're not sure. Although, going by their gear, it looks like they're from the north.
They're from Briggs.
Well, they're killing.
The
For sure.
Armstrong Mansion?
We used renovation trucks to sneak everyone in and hid the entire battalion.
Are you
Ah.
serious? Just how big is this?
Charlie, I need more ammo.
Hate to say it, but I'm out too.
They're hardly using their guns to fight back.
They might be out of ammunition. Then it's time for us to move in.
Whoa. Funny bear?
Yoo-hoo, Riza! It's about time, Rebecca.
Rebecca!
But I think you'll find it was worth the
Aw.
wait. I've got all sorts of goodies.
In an ice cream truck.
I think we're set of munitions now, guys.
You're a goddess, Rebecca! I love you!
Hey, zip it! You're not allowed to flirt with me unless you've got money.
What? You're not allowed to flirt with me unless you have money?
Thank you.
It's good to see you, Colonel. It's been a long time, huh?
Mer-
Second Lieutenant Maria Ross.
Maria
Returning to
Ross.
active duty without permission, sir.
Without permission.
The Colonel's restraining himself since we're in the city.
Oh, jeez. I came all the way to Central to find a good man, but you're all just a bunch of sissies.
Where did you procure all these weapons? And who did you go through to get them?
You asked who? I'll let him tell you.
This is Colonel Roy Mustang speaking. I'm honored to have your support.
Man, whose ass do you think you're kissing? I'd prefer it if we kept things casual, Colonel.
Gene Havoc.
Over 80 years in business. This is Havoc's, your neighborhood general store.
Gene Havoc?
So, who do I send the bill to?
The Office of the Fuhrer. And start a tab.
Ooh.
Fullmetal Alchemist.
Maria Ross and Gene Havoc.
Fullmetal Alchemist.
Guess we should get going.
Yeah, I do have a countermeasure for his transmutation circle, but I'd rather prevent him from activating it in the first place.
Countermeasure.
He might have got...
And you just steer clear of the military, Doc.
Yogi, I think you should stay behind as well.
Fight with me.
Don't need to tell him twice.
We're heading out now. And we're gonna kick that bearded bastard's ass.
Just be careful.
Right.
He's still hitting the See that board? Wait. Is it a code? Is it Morse code?
Call off your soldiers right now.
You strip me of my command of the Briggs soldiers.
Why, do you really think you can get away with this?
Just cut that arm
I'd
off.
like to ask you
Cut it
the same
off.
question for what you're doing.
All of the sacrifices made are an unavoidable part of it. Why don't you understand that?
You bastards are beyond hopeless.
What?
Oh, that works too. Oh, damn.
You scum sit back and safely watch the battlefield as if it were some kind of spectator sport. You don't know anything about sacrifice, and yet you're the first to talk about its necessity.
You're betraying your country.
I
No.
think so. Our country could very well regard me as a hero once this is all over.
Ooh.
What the?
Colonel Mustang and his former subordinates have chosen the path of dissidence. They're attempting to flee with the Fuhrer's wife as their hostage.
What? That devious coward. First he murdered Lieutenant Ross, and now he's kidnapped the Fuhrer's wife? The man has got to be pure evil!
Alex like, hmm.
I need to find the young lord soon. But how? It's impossible to trace him with this enormous presence underground interfering. It feels like the presence has somehow tripled in size since yesterday.
Tripled? The heck? Animals can sense it. It's the... Oh, it is. Oh, those red eyes. Father hears it.
Help me, please! Scar is trying to kill me!
That guy's on the wanted list! Hands up!
Oh my god.
That was a mean thing to do.
Ah, shut up, come on. Found it!
He sealed it up. Gaudy.
Should we split into two groups?
Sounds good. I'll take a team this way, and then you and Scar can lead a team the other way.
What? Why do I have to go with him?
It's best to divide the groups based on their skill in alchemy. Now remember, you told me that he was somehow able to turn off your alchemy. Scar was still capable of using his, but you were rendered helpless.
All right, I guess that means these two are together.
Why do I get the feeling
Sure that you're gonna be okay with this?
he knows where he's going?
Of course, I prefer it this way. I'd rather keep the young lady's company for myself than share it with a lot of you.
I don't believe that. That's just an excuse.
You're getting desperate to search for the Shingi's prince, aren't you? Go find him.
But
You don't need to worry about us. You care deeply about him, don't you?
Look at that. Brought her along so she could go do what she really wants to do.
Be careful, and thank you.
Please, sir.
Here we go.
I still haven't finished the soul bonding tests.
Shut up! What else are we gonna use them?
Oh boy. Well, that's terrifying. I mean, those immortal soldier screams, it kind of reminds me like of a baby just being born and they start crying, except like 1,000 times more terrifying. I think, yeah, it's just like these immortal soldiers are born and immediately their souls are just screaming out in, I don't know, in pain, in something, I don't know. But I suppose we'll see how powerful they are in the next episode. It'd be really, really funny if they were just super, super weak, but immortal. But yeah, if they display any sort of strength, how do you even fight them? Because you can't kill them. Anyway, very interesting episode though. Roy's team has manipulated Mrs. Bradley to be on their side. They did save her from being killed, but she was only in a position to be killed because they put her in front of Central Forces in the first place. And she can't tell if King Bradley has abandoned her or if the country has betrayed him. Doesn't even cross her mind that Bradley betrayed the country, and I mean, that just speaks to how well he's presented himself after all this time. And Roy's team uses the situation to their advantage quite well. It's probably completely necessary to dupe Mrs. Bradley like this, because public perception will be crucial after the war. But yeah, Mustang and Hawkeye tear through so many soldiers, all without killing anybody. Tons of injuries, but no one dead. Not even by accident. That's how much of an advantage they have here. They can aim to not kill. Like, I mean, they can go easy on everybody and still be perfectly fine. And it makes sense that they don't want to kill anyone after the atrocities they committed during the Ishvalan War. They don't want to build a new nation on top of the deaths of more innocent bodies. And, well, I don't know if they're innocent, but they're being duped into fighting for a cause that's not theirs. And the Briggs soldiers have no problem with killing, though. That first kill with what looked like an ice pick was surprisingly quick and brutal, even though it did cut to black. I was just like, you heard the sound of it. That's why it was so brutal. I think sometimes it actually is more brutal when they leave it up to your imagination. They do this all the time in The Last of Us, where it just cuts to black when you're just about to die, and those are the most brutal things, brutal moments. But yeah, the moment when the Briggs soldiers first emerged from behind the gate was awesome, though. Mustang later explains that they were all holed up in the Armstrong mansion, which makes sense, which is why it was brought up earlier. But yeah, you saw the WC sandals, WC for water closet, and I was like, wait, who the heck would wear sandals to a fight? Oh, it's a housewife. And then her red eyes in the background. That was awesome. She's kind of monstrous, isn't she? I wish we got to see much more of her in action throughout the entire series, but I hope we'll get to really see her shine in these last few episodes. I'm so ready for it. And We have Olivier taking out the generals who were supposed to keep her hostage to prevent Briggs from attacking. That didn't work whatsoever. And we have everybody else coming back and contributing to this war, just as Roy's squad is running low on supplies. Hawkeye's friend Rebecca comes in with this ridiculous looking ice cream truck with stacked full of supplies. And someone said she's the best, and she replied, like, don't you dare flirt with me unless you got money. Rebecca. I really want a resolution to this storyline now of Rebecca. I want to see if she winds up with somebody, and if she does, with who. Do we know anybody who's rich beyond the Armstrongs? I'm not entirely sure. And I wonder where the Armstrongs accumulated all their wealth in the first place. But then, yeah, behind the wheel of the ice cream supply truck is Maria Ross. Oh, I missed her so much, because she's been gone for so long. I was really happy when we found out she wasn't dead, but then we didn't get to see her for, I don't know, it must be 30 episodes at this point. Anyway, she reconnects with everybody and is able to connect Roy with the person responsible for getting all these supplies together, and it's frickin' Gene Havoc. Start a tab and send it to the office of the Fuhrer. Let's go. Alright. Meanwhile, back with Ed and Hohenheim in that group, they're heading over to Central as well. Hohenheim mentions that he has a backup plan to stop the nationwide transmutation circle. Don't know what that is, but I'm hoping they can take care of everything without resorting to that, but it doesn't seem likely. The fact that they set this up in the first place means that it'll probably come into play. But yeah, Ed bids farewell to Al. Pride keeps knocking the helmet. It's dong, dong, dong. I don't know why that's so amusing to me, but it kind of is. But yeah, Ed and the group go through the third laboratory to reach Father again. Ed's subterfuge was really great, though. Help! Scar's trying to kill me! And then that evil face when he just... That's a side of Ed I don't think Hohenheim has ever seen before, though we've seen it multiple times. But yeah, after they get to the third laboratory, they split up once they're underground, and Hohenheim decides to go alone in one direction, or with Lanfan at first, but then I have to imagine he knows which way he's going, and he's headed straight for Father, which begs the question, where are Ed, Scar, and the Chimera going? Because I'm not entirely sure. I don't understand the underground layout completely. Yeah, I don't know where they're headed. Anyway, yeah, Hohenheim takes Lanfan with him so that he can leave an opening for her to go find Ling. So yeah, if he winds up facing Father alone, is he confident he can beat him by himself, or does he have something in mind to keep him trapped or neutralize him, or just prevent him from using the transmutation circle? I mean, Hohenheim's a great alchemist, but we haven't seen him in a really, really serious, dangerous fight, right? I don't know. But anyway, we are working up to a big finish. Really, really looking forward to it. I'll give this episode an 8.5. Feels like we're about to really kick it into high gear, though. So I'm looking forward to that. Revving at full throttle, I guess. Alright, thanks for watching. We are 1 week ahead on Patreon. Leave a like, really helps out the channel. Full reactions also on Patreon. Yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye, friends.